Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
What's up, pal? How's training going?
Training's going good. Hey, let's go back. You were telling Roger before we started. Roger was saying he's in defeat.
No, I said this guy.
No, he was into my feet. I'm sorry. No, he was looking.
I
at
said,
my
is
feet.
Your foot swollen? It looks swollen.
No, everyone says that.
Yeah,
fucked up feet, bro.
No, you got bunions.
But I said, and he said, he's an old school. He's like, I'm just an old school TNA guy.
Yeah, you asked me. You said, "Are you into feet?" I'm not. I'm not into. I mean, I feel
he
like
said you're not into fetishes.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot.
But like,
of
what is a
fetish,
fetish? Like a foot fetish, I guess people are into feet.
I think
right?
it's.
What else? What was another fetish?
I think it's just
anything
abnormalities from normal.
Abnormalies.
Yeah, did I say?
I don't even know if that's the right word, but it sounds fucking pretty good. Abnormalities.
We're gonna go with it. From normal, like just straight, regular, heterosexual sex. I think it's.
Well, I mean, what are you, just a missionary guy? You're a missionary
no,
only?
Heterosexual sex doesn't have to be just missionary.
Heterosexual, just with a female.
Yeah, just normal
man
vaginal
to woman
sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even anal might be considered a fetish, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. Is it a category on your favorite porn site? Then it's probably a fetish.
Gaping.
Gaping.
You know what gaping is?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's disgusting to me. You know what I mean? Like, how are people into that?
Talk to me.
How are people? It's like you're fucking looking through a telescope. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing?
Kaleidoscope. Yeah.
Kaleidoscope.
It kind of is. Yeah.
I'm just not. No way.
Not your thing.
No.
Not your jam.
Is that one of your things?
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, it's
well,
not.
You just went right to it.
I'm just thinking of, there's a bunch out there. I don't know. I mean, who could get it done to feet? And apparently, I mean, I kind of learned this from Caitlin. I can never pronounce her last name. Chukagian.
Who's fighting this weekend?
Yes.
Fucking go.
Home team, let's go. Caitlin, she's got a lot of fights in UFC now. How many?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get off topic.
I don't know, a bunch, yeah. A whole bunch.
But anyway, when we interviewed her, she's like, I won't post a picture of my feet anymore. And we were like, why? She's like, because I can get paid for it.
Yo, let's put these bitches up here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe we'll get views on YouTube.
Do you think you have nice feet?
No.
I don't either.
I don't think I have bad feet, though. My toenails, my big toenails they're black from kicking.
Yeah.
Like they're bruised a little bit. You see, like the.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, I don't have. I keep my feet. I just cut my nails. That's why
I feel like there's some dudes out there that might pay for that.
Yeah.
You'll
here you go. Well, just the left one. You want the right one? DM me.
How much you get? Do you think women pay for that, or do you think it's just dudes?
No, yeah, dudes.
Women are
guys
not
don't
sick.
have fetishes.
Guys don't?
I meant women.
Yeah.
Girls don't have. I mean, they probably do, but no, guys are just sick fucks.
Sick pigs, bro. They are. They'll pay for anything. But feet are not my thing, bro. I could never get it done to, feet in any way.
Like you never played footsies?
When I was a kid, maybe.
When you were a kid? What the fuck you mean you're a kid?
Like you, when you're like in 6th grade and you're feeling the girl's foot across from you at the lunch table. Yeah, isn't that footsies?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, what are you looking at me like I'm all weird?
Not her foot. I thought don't they put their foot in your crotch?
No, footsies are when you're just rubbing foot. That's something, I don't know what that's called, but that's the whole nother level.
All right.
Yeah. I had a girl. Listen. I went.
You were a kid.
I went to my cousin's wedding. My cousin's quite a bit older than me.
And they were marrying each other, right? The cousins?
You're an idiot. He was. I'm totally guessing here. I was maybe 15, maybe 16, 15, 16, something like that.
6'2", something like that.
Shut up. Let me tell my story.
No, I'm saying you're pretty tall.
No, I was lanky. I was tall, skinny, lanky kid. I was maybe 6'2", but maybe 180, 70, 80 pounds maybe. Wow. Yeah, I was skinny.
Wow.
But anyway, I went to his wedding. It definitely wasn't of age. Definitely was not even close to 21. And
did you look older because you were taller?
No. But I got along really well with my cousin. You know, he was kind of like my idol growing up. He was a real party animal. You know, had his shit together, but liked to party and just drinking. Yeah, it was a fun time. Holds a bunch of records at his college for like most beers funneled. I think he did 21 beers in like an hour or something.
An hour?
It was something great, bro. Yeah. He held a bunch of records at his college. They used to call him the Power Pig. They call him the Power Pig in college, right?
Big fella?
No, they called him Pee Wee when I was little, and he was little. They called him Pee Wee because he was so small. Then he went to college and he gained like 100 pounds his freshman year. It was crazy just from partying and drinking.
Like little and round.
Yeah. Nah, I guess he's not little, but when he was
called Pee Wee, and then he gained 100 pounds.
When he was a little kid. Stop cutting my story off, you douchebag.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Go.
So hard to tell a story with you now.
Well, bro, you're telling me. You're fucking telling me
details,
every
bro.
detail in the world.
Well, you're asking every detail.
Okay.
You're asking.
Yeah, you're right.
So anyway, I'm underage, right? So I go to this wedding, and there's a girl and her husband there that was from like the next town over, and I kind of like knew who she was, but she was older. She was my cousin's age, you know, and I thought she was hot or whatever. Well, I'm sitting at the table with them and with a group of people, you know. We're sitting across from each other, and there's maybe 10 people at my table, something like that. But it's definitely her and her husband. And about halfway through, you know, dinner, after this is the reception dinner, I feel a foot go in my crotch, right? And I'm a little confused because I'm young, but I'm a little tuned up too. And at first, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my God, that was a mistake.
It's the dude. It's her husband.
I'm like, interrupting again. I'm like, that was a mistake. Like, you know, it was like a little brush at first. I'm like, all right, that's a mistake.
How do you fucking make a mistake?
I'm trying to blame it on anything but because I wasn't ready for it, right? I'm too young, too nervous, right?
Yeah, dude.
And then I'm not going to put her name out there, but definitely older, good-looking girl. Like it was kind of like I couldn't believe it was happening.
She was married.
Married, husband sitting right next to her. And then it happens again. And I'm like, all right, that's definitely not a mistake. So now I don't know what to do. Now I'm like, I have no clue. I'm like, do I make eye contact? I'm like, you know, this guy going to beat the shit out of me? Like, are they into this? Do they, you know, they like swingers? Like, I didn't know what was going on, right?
All right, so just set this up. How many people are at the table?
Maybe 10.
10?
8, 10.
Okay, so she's across from you.
Right.
Who's next to her?
Husband.
And then who's on the other side?
I don't remember. Somebody, you know, friends of my cousin, my dad and my mom and my sister were on my side.
Okay.
It was
so
all
it wasn't
of us.
any of them.
No. We were across. No, it wasn't a family affair. So it continues, and now it's getting a little more intense, a little more aggressive. Definitely in a sexual manner now. Now
I don't know if there's any other.
Because I thought at first she could have been just drunk and maybe stretched her leg. I'm trying to blame it on anything possible other than this because I wasn't ready for it, right? I just wasn't ready for it. And now it's like it's definitely in a sexual manner. It's definitely on purpose. It's not a mistake.
Did you get aroused?
So now I'm like trying to comprehend because she's hot, bro. She's good looking.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So now and she's much
shit.
No, she's much older than me.
Her feet look like mine.
No, maybe she's a lot older.
But now wait a minute. It's a wedding,
right?
What is she wearing? She took her. She slipped her foot off.
Her shoes are off. Her heels are off, or whatever. She's in a dress. Like,
right,
you know,
her heels are off.
Right.
Was she dancing like that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
She's one
people
of them.
are tuned up. People are definitely feeling good.
Hold down up in Maine.
And I'm like, this is too good to be true. Like this is. I'm not. I just can't comprehend it.
15
right?
years old.
Yeah, maybe like 15, maybe younger, but I think probably 15. If my mom and dad might have let me have a drink or two at 15 if I was at my cousin's wedding, but if I was younger than that, I can't imagine they would do that. So I had to be 15, 16 maybe, you know. And I definitely had more than a drink or two. But anyway, probably just beer because you know, they probably weren't letting me chug tequila. But anyway, this is happening.
15 years old, drinking beer, you know, you can tie one on.
And you know, it happened. It went on for a little bit, and I remember making eye contact, and she's like staring at me, like doing the smile, doing the grin, and then making small talk with her husband while she's doing it and shit. And I'm like, wow, man, this is crazy. So all I remember was I ended up passing out on the couch There was a couch.
How do you do that?
Well, because nothing was going to happen anyway, bro. She was with her husband. It wasn't like she was going to leave her husband. I didn't drive. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a hotel room. Nothing could happen, right?
I mean, you're young.
Nothing
You're young.
happen,
In
right?
retrospect,
Right.
you could have been at the table like, oh, I'm going. You know, made eye contact with her and be like,
I did.
Oh, guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Bro, I was scared.
I know. As a young kid, I probably wouldn't.
I was scared.
Yeah, I got.
So I ended up.
I would have more balls
going
than you,
out
but
on the couch. Yeah. Well, you're all. Renee always says you're all nuts. So anyway, I went out in the lobby and I ended up passing out on the couch, like laying down, falling asleep or whatever, passing out basically. And I remember my dad coming out like, come on, bro, it's time to go home or whatever. And we went home. And I thought that was it. But that was like a good story. I was like, wow, that was great. Well, now I'm working. I wanted a nice car in high school. So my dad made me work at one of his gas stations, made me pump gas. Like they would have given me a piece of shit, but I wanted a nice car. So I actually bought my cousin's truck that I was at his wedding. And I told the story, the one I rolled over. So anyway, I'm working for my dad at his gas station in the next town over. And there was a payphone at the store. Payphone. This is how far long ago this is.
Well, not that long.
It's quite a while, bro. Yeah. 30 years, let's say. So there's a payphone. Yes, a long time. There's a payphone behind the counter at the office that people could use, but it wasn't like the public used it a lot because it was a payphone. So anyway, it rang, and it doesn't ring often because it's a fucking payphone, right? And I answer it, and there's a girl like, hey, do you remember me? And I had no clue. I'm like, no. And she said her name. I won't say her name. And I was like, oh, my God. Now I'm like a deer in headlights again because I'm like, it brings back all these men. And this is months later. Right? Months later.
So you're still 15 years old.
She lived out of state, bro. She lived out of state. Wow. Like her husband like made crazy money. And
she was your cousin? How was she at your cousin? She was a friend of your cousin?
A friend, yeah. They graduated high school together, I think, if I remember right.
So she is from your area?
But she moved away right. With a rich husband, So
he was rich too.
I remember him being. I remember, back then they drove a really nice car, dressed really nice. I don't know that he was rich, but in my mind, they were rich.
Flossing.
They got out of the area. I think he looked affluent. He drove a really nice car back then. So I don't know if they were. Bro. I don't know.
Probably was like he probably.
So she called.
She probably was courting you for him. Let's get this young buck.
So. And
did you have any facial hair at that time?
No, I was too young, bro. Too young.
Wow,
so I got nervous.
He wanted to
She's like, I'm coming over to see you. Coming over. What time do you get out? I'll give you a ride home. So now I'm like, fuck. My dad's picking me up. Like, what do I got to call my dad and say I'm getting a ride home? I don't know. I don't know what to do now. So now I'm all nervous. She shows up at time we closed the store. I think it was 9:00 or whatever. And I didn't call my dad and tell him not to come because I was like a little nervous to do that. I was only, like I said, I was like maybe 16. I was like, shit,
Come on, dude.
Right. So, but this is a married older chick, bro. I don't know. There's no blueprint for this shit, right? You'd probably say, bro, what are you doing? She's married, you know what I mean? So anyway,
all right.
She shows up and we talk for a little bit and she's like, can we hang out, whatever, this weekend, let's say. And I was like, yeah, sure. So she left. We talked for a little bit in the parking lot, showed up in her car and left. And by that weekend, bro, full on crushing it for a while.
You were?
Yeah.
Wow.
That weekend.
How old was she, you think?
If I was 15, I'm guessing she was 25, 26, maybe something like that.
Good for you, man. Look at that.
Yeah. So
she teach you some stuff?
A little bit.
You didn't know much at that age.
Yep. So fast forward, she used to come home a fair amount in the summer. So I think the next summer, if I remember right, could have even been that summer. She'd come home a couple times and never brought him. Maybe they must have been having like marriage difficulties or something. They must have been like on the splits. But I remember like, just hooking up with her a bunch. Like we're just having sex all over the place in her car or wherever, and hotels. I remember at the time, I remember the story. I was taking diving classes and I was driving some hooped out, clapped out vehicle, but it was I had to go all the way to Bar Harbor. So it was probably like an hour ride to take diving scuba lessons, right?
You do scuba?
Scuba. I do scuba.
You do scuba?
Scuba Steve. So she would always say, meet up with me either on the way there or the way home. And that's where we would do the deed or whatever. Well, I remember one time she made me stop. I got in her car. We stopped at a car dealership and there was a really nice truck that was on. I don't know if you know what a GMC, I think it's called a GMC Typhoon. It's like a really nice truck back in the day, fast truck or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
And I was looking at it. She's like, I'll buy it for you.
What?
And I was like, my dad would kill me. Like, he'd be like, fucking, you're in debt now to some chick for.
What do you mean in debt, dude?
Because
slinging that dick, Dad.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, I was like, shit, man, I'm like the cat's meow now. I'm 16. I'm smashing this old chick. She got money. She's giving me. I remember she gave me $100 to give her a kiss one time.
What?
Yeah, in front of my friends. Like my friends, she's like, give me a kiss. I was like, I was a little shy.
Where did you kiss her?
Just on the mouth. We were in a car, and she's like, give you $100 and hand me $100.
What did you? She's like, I'll kiss. Where else can I kiss you?
I gave her a
more
kiss.
Money.
So anyway, fast forward. Now it's like the next year. She comes home again, wants to meet up. So I take her up to my buddy's college, right? And I'm thinking I'm the shit, right? Like I'm showing up with an older girl. They're gonna be like, "Geez, Roger's like the man. You got this chick, got money, bro." By the end of that weekend, she'd bang like half my friends.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oh shit!
She banged like half the
No
fucking
way.
my friends. Yeah,
They have to fucking.
I wasn't even
return.
mad about it though, because I was like, okay, now I got
She's
it. I
fine.
ain't special.
She's-
I'm not special.
So fucking her husband at home wasn't getting the job done.
I
bro.
guess.
Right? I mean, what else?
I guess.
Or she's like, I don't know. I wonder if she's just a freak, a fucking freak.
It's just like young guys, I guess. She's just into young dudes.
How old? I mean, dude, she's fucking 22.
No, she was at least 25.
I mean, 25.
We were,
and then you're in college at this point, right?
Yeah. So, but it was a couple. It was at least a summer or two later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if I was
she's like
that
28.
makes sense.
She's 8.
Yeah, so that makes sense. If I was 16 when it first happened, let's say it was
10 years older.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So her husband's 28. It's fucking 28, 18. I mean, I guess that's just pretty significant.
Well, by 18, I only lost my virginity at 15, bro. So I only had a girl or two on the roster by the time I was hooking up with a 26-year-old or whatever she was. It was a little intimidating.
Yeah.
The fact that she was married. The fact
hell
that,
yeah. That's pretty wild. You fucking homewrecker. No, what happened? What happened?
I stopped talking to her after a couple of my friends ran through her.
No,
I just
you know
stopped
what I'm
talking.
saying,
I was like, I'm not special anymore. I don't feel special.
Shit, $100, bro. $100 feels pretty special.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, when
I
you
just
kiss.
remember being in the dorm room and we're all drinking. And again, I'm like, I'm the shit. I got this older chick that's into me. I showed up at my friend's college or whatever. And we're drinking, we're hanging. She probably bought us booze, I'm sure. And, and like in the middle of it, I look and she's making out with my friend. I'm like, fuck, this didn't go like I thought it was going to go.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But I didn't say anything. I wasn't a hater. I wasn't like a little bitch. I was just like, let her ride,
I guess. What are you going to do?
I wasn't in love with her. I just thought it was cool. You know what I mean?
You didn't have no feelings a little
I
bit?
really
having
didn't.
the fact that
No,
she was-
the feeling was like bragging rights. That's what it was. It was. It made me feel cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't. I was never like. I knew something was like amiss. I knew this girl was trifling. I knew this girl wasn't like a girl to be trusted. You know what I mean? I figured that out pretty early in life. It was a lot. Listen, bro. Maybe that's why you named me the Tramp. I don't know. When I was younger, there was a lot of married girls that. I remember this one guy. Again, I'm not going to name names because I come from a small town, but she was really hot too. She had a twin sister. And I don't remember how we met up or how it all worked out, but I remember my dad coming home from work one time. Now, this is after my parents' divorce. So I was 17 when my parents divorced. So I was like 17, 18 maybe. And this girl was probably like 30, but she was a smoke show. And my dad came home from work one time. We were in the hot tub together on the porch. He walked past us and like did a double take. It's like, hey, how are you? How you doing? You know what I mean? But by that time, I was probably like 18, so it wasn't that big a deal,
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's funny though. Now, when you go back to Maine, do you have people that you grew up with that are still there?
So I'm going back for a brief little visit, November 6th to the 9th, I think. I'm going back, and I hit up a bunch of my like ride or die friends. It's funny because they're ride or dies, bro. These guys are dudes. I'm not just saying this. I go to prison for these guys. I do a lot for these guys, and I think they do the same for me. I really do. But I barely talk to them. You know what I mean? It's just like, what?
No, just.
What are you going to say?
You don't remind me.
Go ahead. Say something gay. Go ahead. Get it out.
I was gonna say,
would you bend over and grab the soap? What is it?
You suck dick for him?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. I knew it was coming. But I hit him up. I hit up maybe like 5 or 6 of my buddies and was like, hey, I'm coming home. Let's meet up. So we're all meeting up on a random Tuesday because I'm not there for the weekend. I don't get up there till late Sunday. So we're meeting up on a Tuesday. Going to have dinner together. I'm sure have a few drinks and have a bunch of laughs. But I'm not a phone guy. Are you a phone guy? I know you're not a phone guy, actually.
Not really.
You're really not. Cause
I'll talk on the phone.
Yeah.
If I'm in a car, I'll talk for a little bit. But yeah, I'm not like.
I usually pick up when you call because I'm like, holy shit, Frankie's calling. This dude never calls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not a phone guy either. So, and I'm more of a texter definitely than I am a phone guy. But we don't communicate a lot. But like, I just know, bro. Like these dudes and me grew up from like little kids together, and obviously I moved away, but. We've buried some friends together. Some of our mutual friends have died. I've gone home for that, and it's just like, there's just this mutual, I don't know how, the best way I could describe it, I guess, is it's similar to the movie Stand By Me. It really is. It's very similar to that, bro, how I grew up. Dirt poor. They were all, I wouldn't say I was dirt poor, but I grew up in a very poor community. they walked the railroad tracks everywhere. They went to go fishing. They all had some backstory, family story. Like I grew up like that, bro. Like very much like that. And so I'm meeting up with a bunch of those guys, and it's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
You guys gonna tip some cows and shit?
Yeah, we did that once. We tried to do that. It's not true.
You can't, right? You can't do that.
They didn't fall over, bro. They definitely didn't fall over.
Do you run into them?
We got drunk, and there was a cow field across from my buddies, and we knew it was a really like hillbilly hick thing to do. Like nobody does it.
Yeah.
But we were like, I wonder if it actually. I wonder if it actually works. Like, can you fucking do that? So we tried, and no, I mean, I think there was probably 20 cows in the field. We only actually got to one because it's hard, bro, when it's dark. You know what I mean? You don't want to have a flashlight out in the field because someone's going to see you. So you got to kind of like just go by like moonlight or whatever you can see, and they definitely do not fall over, bro. No. Definitely not.
That'd be fucking funny. It's Tommy Boy.
Yeah, what's the saying about a cow? You can know you're getting a good steak by, I forget, like the butcher telling you, or
no, you can
stick your head
up the butcher's. You can stick your head up that bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's
word for it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. So listen, we got to set up like a boys' dinner after this fight, man. We got to get us all together. Speaking of friends,
I'm down.
We got to get the Jersey boys together.
I'm definitely getting some cravings.
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty good. Like I'm not a big foodie, you know what I mean? But like shit, when I've been on the ball now for over a few weeks and not cheating none, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get some.
I see what you eat, bro. You're a small portion eater. Like we usually when we get here to do the show, you're usually eating dinner or wrapping up eating dinner, and you don't eat a lot. You're a small portion guy, but all really super healthy food. But that one time we went to Butcher's Block, the time that I always talk about, and you were fucking stoned out of your mind. I've never seen you eat so much food in my life, bro. Ever.
I could do that right after a fight because like I feel like
you cheat a little bit, right?
Well, oh yeah, dude, hell yeah. I'm gonna try to get big. I think.
Try to get big, yeah.
Not big, but I'm gonna gain weight at least. I'm gonna enjoy Christmas and all that shit. Gain some weight, not worry about it. Do
some Gordon Ryan shit where you just fucking. That dude is obviously he's a genetic freak anyway, and he always looks good. Dude's always in shape. He's always rolling. He's always trained. He's always. But bro, every tournament. He starts posting shirtless pictures. He's absolutely shredded, bro. He's got to be like
steps it up. Yeah. I mean, just like me, like I'm fucking.
I feel like he gets bigger too, doesn't he? He looks bigger.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. It cuts down.
Yeah, I think it's just because when like I feel like my shoulders, right? Like I'm definitely small. I'm fucking like I'm probably 152 pounds, something like that.
Yeah. Natural.
And like no, like right now, like usually I'm like 160, so I'm 62, so I'm like 100 between like 50, 52 or something like that. But like my shoulders stick out so much more. But I'm lighter.
When you're shredded. Yeah. I'm down 7 pounds, but still not happy with how I look. But obviously, I want to get down. I want to get down 12. But
it's really not. It's really not like Actually, I was listening to the Dulcie. And
he's pretty inspirational.
He's very informative. Like he says some good stuff. He knows. And he was like, it's not about. It's like don't look at the scale. It's look how you feel.
Right.
How do you feel? How do you look? Because like losing fat is different than losing weight. Because you lose fat, you gain muscle. You might not lose weight, but you just look a lot better and you feel a lot better.
Correct. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know how to put it with him because he's definitely extremely knowledgeable. Sometimes his delivery is a little rough. You know what I mean? Sometimes the way he says things is a little like, geez, bro, you don't have to yell at me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's just his style.
Yeah,
right?
I do too.
A lot of those guys are. There's so. I mean, I guess he has the knowledge.
He definitely does.
It's not like he's faking the funk, but there's a lot of people that there's more self-help people now than ever
before, and people pay for it. Andrew Tate's got a whole fucking university.
I know.
What's it called?
It's a scam.
I don't know, but I'm not hating on the guy. The more I listen to him, the more I like him. Truly.
No, the shit he says.
I like that guy. I really do.
Aljamain got a bunch of heat for taking a picture with him.
He did? Why?
Well, I don't know, because people are. But Aljamain said something to somebody about something. I don't even really know the whole story, so I won't touch on it. But something like like misogynistic thing or something. And, I think I don't exactly remember. I think it was something about how women get raped, but if she's out in scantily dressed or something like that. He made an opinion. I forget exactly how it went down, but he's getting heat for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's not like you listen. I don't know. Everything he says is I don't agree with everything anybody says.
I think words are important, right? Like you have to be specific about what a person says. Obviously, you're not paraphrasing the line or quoting the line, I should say. But I think it's important when you're debating somebody. That's why I'm not going to even weigh in on that, because I don't know his exact comment. But if he actually said, if women dress, slutty and they get raped, it's their fault. If he said that in that exact context, then I don't agree with that or support that in any way.
I know.
But words are very important, and I doubt he said it exactly like that.
And that's why I didn't follow the thread all the way back. But I think whatever. Algernon was making his point too, and maybe it was. I don't think it was in bad taste. I think maybe he didn't understand where other people are coming from.
Right. He's a unapologetic alpha male.
Tate.
Extremely unapologetic, and he's an alpha male, and that's highly criticized in today's. Any alpha is criticized, but he kind of probably gets a little more leeway because he's mixed race. You know what I mean? Like if he was, his dad was black, bro.
Was he?
Yeah,
you don't look it.
Dad was definitely black. The chess player.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen pictures of him, bro. He's definitely black. But anyway, if he was just a white dude saying that, he would be even more. I mean, I don't know how much more canceled he could get, but he would definitely be more canceled than he is now. But he had an interview. Did you watch the interview with Piers Morgan?
I did. You sent me some of the clips.
I liked a lot of what he had to say on there. I didn't watch the whole interview. I probably should. I think it was like 2 hours long, maybe even longer. But, he definitely, Piers has he definitely baits you. You know what I mean? He talks over you, baits you a lot.
Tries to get you angry a little bit. Tries to get you in a yellow match.
Right. He just talks over you. He dominates the conversation.
Right. And
Tate did not allow that to happen.
Yeah. I would get bullied.
Yeah.
I'd get bullied.
You would? Why?
No, I'm.
You don't let anybody talk over you, bro. So there's no way you can get bullied.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not the best with words.
Neither am I.
Yeah. No, you're great with words. I think.
I'm not, bro.
You're crazy.
You cracked me 40 times a show, but
yeah. I
know what I'm trying to say. I just don't say it right.
No, but you put stories together really well.
Yeah, you like that story?
You make a point. I feel like you could make a point really well. Like when you do your Rogers rant, like you can do like a rant for like a 2 minutes straight. I don't think I could put 2 minutes in a row without stopping.
I appreciate that, buddy. But I think being your own worst critic is a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
I'm definitely my own worst critic.
True,
I don't think that's a bad thing.
But like, and I don't know if I've seen this today, but what you tell yourself is what happens, and you don't want to be fucking too critical of your damn self.
That is true, but there's a balance there.
Yeah,
you don't want to make yourself a bunch of promises too that ain't never going to happen, because then you'll live a life of disappointment.
Yeah, but that's not. But that's not talking to yourself like. I don't know. I don't think I'm talking like that. Like, what are you saying? Like, oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a millionaire. No, I'm gonna fucking work hard. I'm the fucking man. I'm able to do shit like that way.
Those are realistic goals.
Yeah,
absolutely. Being a millionaire is even a realistic goal if you're willing to work for it.
Right.
You ain't just gonna land in your lap.
You can't say that. I'm saying that to me is not positive talk. That's fucking. That's like I
don't know that's listen.
Pipe dream.
Money
talk
is definitely important. The people I saw, someone made a quote that, people that say money is important is always people without money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always people without money saying that, and that does make sense. But I don't know that I aspire.
I don't think so. Actually, I think people get money and they realize, damn, dude, I still got fucking problems.
I think that happens sometimes. Yeah. I think Mike Tyson probably would agree with that. MC Hammer, like those guys, money. They became literal millionaires pretty much overnight, and it became their demise. They spent it all. They tried to bring their entire family and entourage with them, and you can't do that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of it. I think money's probably turned many people.
Who's great? Has some great comments on it. Well, really, he only has one, but he. There's a little bit more to it, but he just basically starts his rant out about money. Money's evil. Money's evil. Lou.
Oh.
Lou Grom. He always says it. Not that he's rich, but he definitely, like when he was younger, his mom died and he got like an inheritance. So he had when we were younger, Lou had some pretty good money. You know what I mean? And even back then, he said it was never flashy, never flaunted it. He just always looks at me and he says, because I guess from his experience in life, money's.
I just missed my mouth. Roger never misses.
Here we go. some people I know, his friends, at least 2 people, back when he, got the inheritance when he was younger, borrowed money from him.
Did he ever get it back?
Never got it back.
Wow.
Never pursued them. Never went after him.
Damn.
Lou's a sick fuck though. Lou will wait 20 years and see him somewhere. And
probably killed him already.
Yeah, he's a sick fuck. He if he has to wait 30 years, he don't mind. He'll wait. He don't care.
He's the long gamer.
Yeah, he don't care. Lou's like my best friend. Has done I'm probably still here because of Lou. That's the honest to God truth. When I was going through, my real bad bouts with depression, Lou came to my house pretty much every day and sat on the couch while I just laid in bed and fucking rotted away, and would just come in and be like, bro, fuck you, knock it off already. Enough's enough. Like, come on, let's go get dinner. Let's go get, and a few months of that, finally, I fucking woke up and, but and I even stayed with him for a while when I didn't have a place to go. I stayed with him, and Meg is what I mean. Their mom, they live with her mom because she's got a big house and it's just her. Her mom left. She had at the time had somebody she was seeing and went to his house and let me have her room.
Wow.
For like a week.
That's cool. That's nice.
Because I had somebody living in my house. I couldn't go there.
Yeah.
And I really didn't have any. I was couch surfing for a while, but So anyway, he has some very valuable lessons on money and that it's it's evil. And I do very much believe it can be. But I
think the person's evil.
Exactly. It's it's what you do with that money.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's the root. Wait, what is it? Money is the root of all evil, right? I mean, maybe it's like the root of evil. It doesn't mean it has to be evil, though.
Right.
I
don't want to be poor, bro. I think if you're poor, you're underachieving. You're not striving. You don't have to be poor.
Some people have fucking heartbreaks.
What's about what you want too? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that live in a van and are happy, bro. Traveling across, going, and they're happy.
But some people definitely get there's I think
Alex Honnold is a good example of that.
I know, but Mark. No, what do you mean? What
Alex Honnold, before he made it on the cover of, I forget the magazine, or Cliff Bar.
Okay.
Cliff Bar started sponsoring and made it. Before he was known, he lived in a fucking van with no money, poor, but he did what he loved and he loved his life.
Yeah, I think he still lives in that van with money.
I don't think so. He definitely's got some fucking huge sponsors now, bro.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying I still think he lives in a van because it's close to
possibly
with dope ass.
You don't know that, maybe.
No, I don't know that. But I'm just saying,
Liver King is not a good example of that.
Why?
Liver King lives in like a fucking 35,000 square foot mansion. Is
that true?
Yes, yes. Yeah, and he even, people bring it up, and he said something to the effect of, don't you think that...
That's what I don't get. How did he get that? How did he get that money? Not from being a social media, because he just came on the social media scene a year ago, maybe 2 max.
He lit it on fire, bro.
Okay, in 2 fucking years,
yes.
you think social media that much? I think you're fucking crazy.
No,
I think you're
fucking crazy. When did you ever hear, really hear about, obviously, liver's nutritional, but when did you hear this emphasis?
Does he have YouTube videos that crush it?
I don't know. I'm sure.
Does he?
He sells the Liver King product, which is these liver supplements and liver tablets.
You think that crushes it?
Fucking! I think kids are very impressionable. They see this dude that looks like an absolute. Listen, he's a fucking freak, but he looked 10 foot tall and bulletproof when he came on the scene.
Yeah.
And he is. I'm not taking anything away from the dude. Obviously we found out now he's not very tall, but whatever. He's still. I could never look like that. He's a fucking genetic. Absolute freak, whether he does or doesn't do steroids, and he's got a personality to sell his product and pitch it, and I'm sure the vast majority of his clients are impressionable young men. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's
I mean, dude, I don't know, a $35,000 square foot house.
I was guessing. I don't know that, but I know it's huge.
Oh, okay, whatever. Huge fucking house, flying private. Like, damn, that's just crazy.
Yeah. But again, no hate towards that dude at all.
No, I'm not.
It's capitalism, bro. That's the American way. I'm very happy for him. Extremely happy. I don't even care if he's lying. If you're dumb enough to buy fucking some liver pills and think you're going to look like that, good for him. I'm not hating on that dude in any way, shape, or form.
Well, when we were talking about that, I was saying some people are just hard up, right? Bad luck, this and that,
True.
But I told you Martin Rooney, right? I told you about the guy I used to work out with anyway.
I think so,
He trained Jim Miller. He's in Jim Miller's corner all the time. He's, strength and conditioning guy, football coach, all this stuff. Anyway, wrote a couple good books. But he's like, you are where you are in your life based on everything that you did. That's it. but done.
Yep.
I don't know if that's 100% true.
Yeah.
But, because I do feel like some people get the fucking short end of the stick, no?
I think what he said is probably, I think there's percentages in most statements, right? I think that's like maybe 80% true, because you can't affect, like the most heinous thing in the world happening, like losing a child or a child dying or getting cancer. Or, you have no control over that. You can't control those things. The things you can control in life, decision-making things, I'd say that's 80% of your life is what you can control. There are things well outside of the realm of that cancer, things of that nature that are beyond your control.
Yeah.
Fucking car swerving, a drunk driver, T-boning you and your whole, you can't, that was nothing you did, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I guess there are people that say, oh, if you fucking played it safe, never left your house. I'm talking about living a normal life, you know what I mean? Not living in a bubble. My dad always said, I said this to you one time, my dad always said, I remember we had a conversation, I was very young. It's funny because you talked about, my memory's not what it was, but it's funny, I can remember certain things. And from my childhood, that's very true. Like your cognitive memory of like things that happened from a child. I remember distinctly being younger, I don't know how old, but maybe teenager, and saying to my father, we were maybe at a nursing home visiting my grandmother or something. And I said to my father, after we left, I was like, Dad, I would never want to live like that, like drooling on yourself, and like we were just having a private moment. And he said, how long would you want to live to? I said, I don't know, maybe like 70. At the time, my answer should have been, as long as my quality of life is good. That's what I should have said, but I didn't have the intellect probably to say at the time. And he said to me, I think I said 90. If I could have quality, if I could pick, and my life was good, I lived till 90 or whatever. He said, Roger, you know who wants to live to be 100? I said, who? He said, a 90-year-old. It's true. The older you get, the longer you want to live longer.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know about that, bro. My grandma used to be like, fucking, yo, I'm ready to go. Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah. I seen it, I don't know, a meme today, or like, what, a meme. The guy was saying grandma, and she's like, it was her 99th or 100th birthday. She's like, I hope this is the last one.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, Dr. Kevorkian certainly put down a lot of people that
I think
were ready to go, but I don't think that's normally the case. I think most people,
I don't know.
They're, they want to hold on to this worldly life and their loved ones, and I think if you're in pain,
maybe, if you're in pain.
And I think pride also plays into that. But my grandfather was an extremely prideful guy, man. Extremely, like, man of few words. Everybody respected my grandfather, my dad's dad. He was the height of the family. What am I trying to say? He was the
head of the family?
Head of the. No, I'm trying to think of the word. But anyway, very well respected man. Didn't talk a lot, but when he did, everybody listened. And at the end, when they brought him back to the house to die, on hospice care from the nursing home because they knew he was going to die, I never heard him once say, and he wasn't communicating well, but he could communicate. I never heard him once say, I want to die. I want to go. I think he wanted to live,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my grandma used to say that shit all the time, I mean, but, and she was with it too. Yeah. She was with it, It's like, it wasn't like she wasn't with it. I told you, she lived alone until she was 99 years old.
Wow.
My grandfather died when she was, 85.
Wow.
So she lived alone probably for 15 fucking years, or whatever, 14 years, something like that. And she moved into like a nursing home, and she was loving it, fucking loving it. Hanging out. I remember I went to visit her, and they're doing like art projects. She's not even like fucking listening, she's not even paying attention to me really. So it was cool. It was cool to see. She had friends and shit. Yeah. And then COVID happened, and they fucking locked them all in a room. And dude, that's when she lost it.
She died.
No, well, she died late in that. Yeah, in 2020, right. Not from COVID, obviously.
It's a very similar story to my grandmother. I told you the story.
But but I think the fact that she couldn't see people, and like maybe she was getting older too, because we went to see her outside the window, one time, and she kept going like, "What are you doing? Come in." I'm like, "Oh my grandma, we can't come in.
God.
Yeah.
They don't understand that.
But they did let us go in when she was dying.
Wow.
A lot of places wouldn't do it at the time. They made us put on the fucking, the plastic suits and shit.
Wow. A very similar story to my grandmother, who was in a assisted living home down here, catered to the elderly people, obviously, but didn't like it at all. And my aunt came down. We got the whole family together. We don't get together often because we're spread out all over the country, but my mom flew in, my uncle, my aunt, all my cousins. We loaded her up. We packed her all up. And then we had a big dinner at a diner, and because they were moving her to Maine to be closer to my aunt, who'd retired and had more time to take care of her, and she was going to live in an assisted living area, close to my aunt. So we all came and we all wished her, but it was during COVID. So they moved to Maine. She had to do a 14-day quarantine when they got her to Maine, and the new one was a 14-day quarantine. Never got COVID, but died during that 14-day quarantine. Wow. Made it to Maine to be closer to family and didn't make it 14 days, but lived to be 98, I think. Yeah. 98.
Her girl was 99. She would have, I think, yeah, she was close to 100. Close to 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But who knows? You don't really know. That's tough to say. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That is like you're right. I definitely, as long as my quality of life is, I used to be like, as long as my dick can get hard, I'll be alive.
I think your quality of life might be different than most, bro. You're such an active guy, bro. You know what I mean? I think your quality of life is probably a little different than the average human's quality of life. I think there's a lot of average humans that would be cool spending the last 15 years of life just being able to sit on the couch and get to the kitchen, and that ain't never going to be you, bro. And I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but you haven't been easy on your body, bro. You haven't been easy at all on your body.
My body's keeping up. I'm gonna fucking be like Elon Musk's. I'm gonna get the chip in the brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a chip in my dick. I'm gonna, I got the bionic hip already.
It's gonna double it in size if you get a chip in your dick.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think most of us would agree with that. Quality of life, is where it doesn't matter what age you're at.
Nah.
If I'm 100 and I still got good quality of life, awesome. If I'm 70 and my quality of life is that I can just lay there and blink my eyes, I'm saying right now on the record, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, I was thinking if I should talk about it, but I don't want to. God forbid I'm ever a vegetable. I told Renee, I pull the fucking plug. I don't want to live.
Isn't there a do not resuscitate thing that she can sign because she's your wife?
Yeah, and she won't do that.
She won't.
No, she's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be that. I was like, for Logora, I'm like, you gotta come to the hospital.
I'll come in.
Please,
pull that thing, bro.
Pull that
no,
thing.
I would never.
What do you mean? That's what I want.
I know, but Jesus Christ, that's
remember, the song One?
Your family would hate me.
No, but no, dude.
First of all, we're hypothetical. I'd never be in there. They would never allow me to do that. But let's say they did. I don't think I could do it.
Pussy.
Even though I'd want you to do it for me, I don't think. Could you?
Exactly.
Could you pull the plug for me?
I'll fucking pull that shit, bro, so fast.
Yeah, but you have no soul.
No,
you have no soul.
No, I'll make sure you're not breathing. I'll start roasting you. I'll start roasting you, and if you don't return, I'm like, he's gone. He's gone.
I told you that story with my friend that was in the coma, right? I was roasting him, and he gave me the finger.
Yes,
he was in a coma for a week, bro.
Wow.
And that was it. There was no sign of life after that for months. But he while I was in Maine, he had a horrible car accident. While I was there, and I was roasting him on my last day that I could be there, I took a week off work, and I went up and spent basically the whole week in the hospital with his family. It was like, we talk about ride or die. It's like I'm going back to Maine to see Michael Jordan. Mike Jordan was his name. Worst basketball player ever, but his name was Mike Jordan. Great dude.
Was he black?
Great family. No, great dude. Just a great dude. But on the last day I was there, I was ribbing him. I was giving him, and he flipped me. He went like this, and the whole fucking room, bro, just gasped. His parents, everybody just started crying because we heard me, you know. And then I had to leave the next morning. I had to leave, come back to Jersey, go back to work, and he was there for at least another month or two, with very little signs of life. And then he started moving a little bit, and then he went to rehab for a year. And for the most part, recovered. His left side, he kind of talked like this, because he was kind of paralyzed a little bit. Yeah. His arm moved, but not great on his left side. I think it was the left side. And no, it wasn't a stroke. It was a car accident. Traumatic brain.
I'm saying maybe did something like a stroke would do.
Ended up putting a gun in his mouth and committing suicide years later.
Why?
Yeah. It's guilt.
Guilt from what?
His sister died in the car accident.
His fault, you think?
Yeah.
But was it his fault or was it,
I don't like the word fault because it's certainly,
I'm saying it was an accident, but was he driving recklessly?
I don't know. I mean,
nobody knows. But I mean, you can't tell by
the story is that he was going too fast for the road conditions. Whether I don't know. But I mean, I'm usually going too fast for the road conditions. In my, like, do you think you drive too fast for the road conditions most of the time, or do you do the speed limit everywhere you go?
I'm an exceptional driver. I feel like my reaction is better than
the average person's.
Better than the good reaction person.
I feel like because I drive so much, I'm better than the average driver. Bro, I drive all day, every day. That's all I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You should. You're a professional driver.
Yeah.
You better be good at it, right?
We're held. Our standard that we're held to legally is obviously higher because we're considered professional drivers. So, like, if we have an accident, there's
thank God we don't have standards here.
But I can only blow a .03 in a.
I'll let you blow.
This fucking guy, you're so weird, bro. You're such a weirdo.
This guy blow fucking .03. That's it.
.03. You can blow a .08.
I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
I guess it makes sense.
They don't want you to be an alkie.
No,
there's got to be alcoholics that are truck drivers.
Oh, I'm sure. I think the way the laws are now and the way they're cracking down with, with everything, with driver logs and all, everything's got to be logged now. You can only drive so long, and that was because of some really bad accidents that were fatalities where drivers were, fatigued. Like, I got to go for a physical every year. And this makes no sense. And you might know something about this. The BMI index, right? The body mass index. They say it was set up like in the 20s or 30s or something like that. And we've changed so much since then. So, like, I don't have a big neck. I wish I did because I'm a big guy. I think I would look bigger with a big neck, but I don't have a big neck. I'm like, what's your neck size? Mine's 17,
right now,
17 and a half.
Mine's like 16 and a half.
All right. So, I should be bigger, right? Because I'm a lot bigger than you. But, and my weight puts me in the overweight. I don't know about obese, but overweight category.
Yeah, I think
so.
Mine
I have
does
to do
too.
I have to do a survey that eliminates me from doing a sleep apnea study.
Wow.
If I answer these questions wrong in this survey every year, I have to do an actual study. I have to go somewhere. I believe I might have this wrong, but I think I have to go somewhere and stay overnight, and they do this sleep apnea study. And if I fail it, I have to have a sleep apnea machine, and it all has to be like, we're held to a really crazy standard now. But I'm not clear. Well, I mean, you're obviously going to make a joke here, but I'm not obese. I'm not overweight. Like, update this fucking BMI index, and
Yeah, no. I think me like at 5'6", 160 would be considered overweight.
Yeah. But you don't have to take so when you don't even have to do a physical. But let's say you did to have a driver's license.
I need to take a physical for a fight.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, Roy Nelson don't have to do a sleep apnea test, and he's fought.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying to hold a commercial driver's license,
stuff,
you're really held to a pretty high standard nowadays.
That's
you know what I mean?
And look at you. Can't believe you did it.
Fucking idiot.
You drink coffee late?
Sometimes. I'll be honest with you, man. I went to see our friend Jen Henney at
Garden State.
Garden State, yep, Garden State. Dr. I always
Johnny?
say Johnny, I guess it is.
Dr.
Johnny.
J, baby.
Dr. J, good dude, very knowledgeable, makes you feel, and I've been to a ton of neurosurgeons, back doctors, been to them all, man. He makes you feel comfortable. I feel like he explains things really well, So I went, obviously, a couple weeks ago. I have the tear in my gluteus medius, which is down the side of your hip, right? I have a tear there that's been like really plaguing me, causing me a lot of pain, but it's been like 6 or 8 months, something you thought totally would have healed itself by now. Definitely hasn't. But it's in combination with my long history of low back issues as well. It really, it's really a combination there. So anyway, a few weeks ago I got the steroid injections in the hip, which absolutely helped. I couldn't sleep, guys. I was fucking staying up all night. Like, I'd wake up, I'd go to sleep at like, I don't know, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'd wake up at 1 and be up till like 4:30 in the morning just because I couldn't get comfortable, And that went on for months and months and months. I'm sleeping so good now, bro. I'm sleeping like a baby. So, and I'm not pain-free. I'm still in pain, and there's varying degrees of it depending on the day. But 100%. Oh, just affects your whole your whole mood, your whole fucking view of life. It just changes everything.
Absolutely.
Right? And I'm in less pain. I'd say, I think back then, and I got a pretty good pain tolerance. I think I said, conservatively, I said back then, I was like, my pain level is at like a 7. And it was, but it wasn't just in the hip. It was up my low back too, and the small of my back. So, they discovered that. I had a hip X-ray, then I had a hip MRI, and that's where they discovered the tear. And then Dr. J, he plays basketball. He sent me for a back MRI. He's like, before we treat this, I just want to make sure, because you have such a history of back issues. So we went over that, got a bunch of arthritis, but it was something I do have. My sister has it too. She's being really plagued right now with hers is all up high, like sea level, but we both have a developmentally narrowed spinal canal, basically meaning the center of our spine that everything runs through.
I don't know about
he said mine's a centimeter smaller than most people's. Yeah, that's a lot. He said that's significant, and she has the same thing. So I guess it's just it's just a fucking genetic thing for whatever we have. So he said not a big deal until something goes wrong.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't have the room to fucking move around like other people have.
Free.
So he's like, you got very little room in there for anything, and you've got a bunch of herniations in your lower back. So we got the new MRI, and I do have a new herniation that's pushing out like the back. Mine have pushed out the side. This one's like pushing out the back. And he's like, well, describe your symptoms, because now it's on my right side. It's always been on my left side. As you know, I got the baby calf on my left side from permanent nerve damage. But it's kind of on my right side now, but it's in the hip area. It really hasn't traveled down my leg. So I describe my symptoms.
There's a different level, though, right?
Right. So
level, yeah.
He's like, really, from what I'm expecting to see, the symptoms you're saying, I don't think that's really so much an issue. He's like, I really think, this a post-anterior arthritis, is really what's giving you what it is like if I run or even walk or get a lot of exercise or hike or anything, my low back just gets so sore and tight and like throbbing, It's not like that sharp shooting pain. It's like that low throbbing pain. Right. And I get it in my low back to the point where, like, if I bend down to tie my shoes, I'm like, oh, I'm making all these grunting noises. And I just sound like an old man. It's fucking, but I've been dealing with that for years, right? So he's like, let's try to address that issue too. Maybe I can make that better for you. So today I went and I got essentially the same steroid, but I got it, kind of on the sides, I think facets.
Facet joint injection. Yeah.
To address the arthritis. And he said, you'll probably notice a difference like right away. And in my head, I'm like, because I just, all I thought was epidural. I've had so many epidurals in my life, and every one of them fucking suck. They hurt like hell, and it made it worse, because you think about it. You got a herniation, right? You got something impinging on a nerve, that's already swollen, and then you take a big-ass syringe, and you inject lidocaine and cortisone directly into it. What's it going to do? It's going to swell up even bigger initially, right? Because you're filling it full of liquid. That's how it was explained to me.
I guess, but I think, I guess, but
it takes a while for it to kick in and
kind of. I don't know. I feel like sometimes my shit was pretty good.
I can only speak from my experience, and I've probably had literally 10, 12, 15 epidural injections, because you got to remember, my back injury, my first one ever was when I was 21. So over the years, I've had at least that many, and every fucking one of them sucked. They hurt going in and give me no relief at all, even over an extended period of time. And I walk out of there, barely even be able to walk because my back is so sore. So today, I go in today and I'm like, motherfucker, I'm going to do it. But I'm thinking I'm getting an epidural. He's like, no, it's not an epidural. No pain at all. Little pressure, a little like bee sting, I guess is what he called it. But no pain at all. And I feel great. I went to the gym after. I got a good workout in. Awesome. I'm hoping that also, because he gave me some relief with the hip.
Yeah, and I give some with this.
If he gives me some relief with this, bro, if I could run, not that I want to run because I kind of hate running, but if I could run without getting,
I don't think you should run.
But walk, hike. I love hiking, bro. I really do. I want to do that mountain. After this fight's over, can we do Mount Tammany? Let's do it.
Down.
Who did I just see? I just saw somebody that said, I signed my son up for some private lessons, speed and agility lessons. With Storetti, Nico. And later that day, no, that was that night, the next day, he was going to Mount Tammany for his bachelor party with a whole bunch of his buddies and hiking it. And I think they were going to do like a, camp out a couple days. And I was like, oh shit, it's funny you said that. Me and Frankie I've never done that. I've done a lot of hikes in the area, but never done that one. So let's do that after your fight, bro.
100%.
Fall, especially. It's the best time to do it.
Well, I don't want to fall. You can
no.
fall.
It's the fall.
I'm joking.
You know what I mean? Like I hate sweating, bro. I hate sweating. So this is perfect.
Oh, you know I like sweating.
I know.
Yeah. No, yeah, it would be cool. I'm down.
I don't like bugs either. You like bugs?
Yeah, bugs bother me. Ticks.
Mosquitoes and shit. Yeah, you're fucking
yeah.
Biggie never wants to go camping with you again ever.
Oh, dude, that was crazy.
That's
crazy.
Did you get any pictures of that?
I don't know her name.
What was it called again? They weren't ticks. What was it?
Chiggers.
Chiggers. Yeah.
No. The fuck, mites, clover mites. That's what they were. Yeah, that was crazy. We got it done though. Got it done, dude. You know my chickens are not laying eggs right now, at all.
Why?
I have no idea. I moved them to they were free range for a while, but then were they free range? Yeah, they were free range for a while, and then they were killing my backyard. So I built them a pen, but it's in the corner. It's a little shaded. I don't know if they're not getting sun.
Did you read up on it? Renee's a reader.
I know. Yeah, we don't know. I thought it was. Yeah, she's starting to research it, but yeah, I'm wondering.
Have you stopped fucking them in the middle of the night?
You know that's not how that works, right?
I know. How does that work? Because I forget. Explain it to me. But I know they don't have to be bred because they're egg-laying hens, so they're always fertilized
think about
somehow.
It, like women, right? Women, they have periods. You know what's a period? Is they're releasing eggs, right? Release 2 eggs every period, or one.
The period is the flushing of it out of their ovaries.
Whatever, yeah.
Ovulation happens before the period. Ovulation only happens like a couple days.
Well,
a month
whatever. But the result is the period, and that's because they're ovulating and they're having. I think every month is a different side.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, right? So they have an egg every month. They have an egg.
Right.
Chickens have eggs every fucking day, usually.
Okay.
So then,
but how are they? I'm sure I know the answer. How are they fertilized?
By fucking. A chicken has to. A rooster has to fuck it, just like the way you fertilize your wife.
But that chicken, that rooster's not fucking them every day, right?
No.
Right.
But they still have eggs. Does your wife still have
eggs,
a period?
But they don't. How do they get the semen? How do they get? How does that egg fertilize?
Because they fuck them. And then that one egg ends up fertilized. What do you mean? You fuck your wife, right?
Listen, he does this condon.
It's not condescending. I'm explaining it to you. What the fuck?
Go ahead.
You fuck your wife.
Yes.
If you don't fuck your wife, okay, say you don't fuck your wife.
She doesn't have a baby. If I don't fuck her.
No, yeah, but she still has her period.
Right.
But if you fuck her, you inseminated it. So now when that egg comes out, it turns into a baby.
So
same
these
exact thing
eggs
with
are never fertilized. They just have the eggs, but never fertilized.
If I had a rooster here and a rooster was fucking them, they would be fertilized.
Okay. So, but you do have a rooster here.
No, we don't. We got rid of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I got you now. You. Yep.
So that's why, if you really think about how vegans are like, if they don't want to eat animal because of cruelty or any other reason, that doesn't make sense because those chickens are having eggs no matter what.
Right.
No matter what, they're having eggs. It's not going to be, that thing's not going to be a baby. Otherwise, say we run around, things would just.
But you would have no way to know, even if you had the chicken here, you would never know which ones are fertilized and which aren't, right? So you kind of
I think when
you only know they're not if you don't have a rooster.
When you have a rooster, right. But when you have a rooster, you just have to take the eggs right away because you don't want them to roost on or what do you call it?
Yeah, but the egg's already out.
What?
You said you have to take the egg right away. It's not, the egg doesn't get fertilized after it's out. It gets fertilized when it's inside.
Shit. But if you take it and use it, it doesn't turn into a baby.
Right,
Wow, this guy's tough. Go ahead, give me the question.
All right, so you're saying when the egg is out, you have to grab it right away so that it doesn't get fertilized. It's either going to be fertilized or not already.
No, you're right. Yes, an egg, if I take the egg, whether it's fertilized or not, right?
How does that stop it from? You could be fertilized already if there's a rooster around.
Okay, but if I crack it in a fucking pan,
right,
cook it,
but a vegan wouldn't see it that way. Is what I'm saying.
I know, but guess what? A vegan for my chickens, there's no rooster.
Okay,
so those eggs are happening no matter what.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, but okay. So specifically,
so
your
I'm
eggs,
sure.
I got you.
Say there was a market for this,
right?
Cruelty-free fucking. These aren't
free range. No, they're not free range now. Actually,
no. Yeah, well, no, they're still free range. Free range. They got a 10 by 10 fucking.
That ain't free range, pal.
That is
That's cruelty.
No,
That's
it's not. No,
ask a vegan.
Bo, actually, no. You need to ask because when the free range for chickens, it matter. Like all they need is 2 feet, and they can call it free range.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You ever read the shit like on beef or whatever, where it says like grass fed?
No.
Like it makes you envision like this fucking this farm that's just green pastures and cows roaming. Do you really think it's like that? I don't. Do you?
What is like?
Like
that?
if it says grass-fed beef, like raised on
I think
an
beef
organic
is a little
farm,
different. I think
or-
beef a little bit, more.
You know what we
more
should
so.
do? And I
think
see
beef.
this now a lot.
Chickens maybe not, but beef I could see them being because they have to eat the fucking grass. That's what they eat.
I actually follow a guy. He comments on a lot of my shit actually, but he raises private sale beef cattle, right? That we could buy. We could buy like a hind quarter, and for like I don't know $1,500, and then have it all.
You need a freezer.
You need a big freezer. Yeah.
What are you trying to do with that quarter?
Well, I'm just saying that's the way to do it. Is like go in. If you had a bunch of buddies, go in, but then you're getting. It's not. They're not held to like a federal standard. I think there's like they're held. I don't want to say something that I don't. I don't know. I don't want to say something that I don't know. But it's fed.
Then stop talking. Yeah. Stop altogether.
All right. Fair enough. But yeah, so I think that's the way to do it, and the value is there too. You get so much more beef for your money. It's a lot of money to lay out. But if you go in with 5 or 6 of your friends, it's really not that bad. You
don't have 5 or 6 friends, right?
Yeah, you just need, like you said, a big freezer.
Yeah.
That's key.
I would love to get. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I would love to get like elk and shit. Elk or moose, something different. I just would like to try something different. But like real.
Rogan's a big elk guy.
Yeah.
So always talking
you ever
about.
seen the pictures he puts? Looks amazing.
Yeah, they really
amazing.
do. Yep. Moose is easy. My dad a bunch of his buddies just went. He didn't shoot it, but him and a bunch of his buddies went all the way up north of me.
Are there elk there too? No, elk. Just moose are bigger though, right?
Moose are. Elk get pretty fucking big, bro. They're probably close.
I think moose.
I think like huge moose, like a huge bull moose, is maybe like 1,200 pounds. I don't know exactly how big an elk is, but they did bring in when I was in high school. They brought in caribou from Canada because caribou used to be in Maine.
Caribou is reindeer, right?
Yep. And they brought them back and introduced them into Baxter State Park when I was a kid. We actually did a field trip and fucking brought them a bunch of food and, what's it say? A big elk.
Moose are the biggest of the three, weighing as much as 1,800 pounds. They can grow to be 6.5 feet
1,200. Holy shit.
From hooves to shoulders. Elk and caribou only get to about 3 to 5 feet. So I mean,
but what's the weight on an elk?
It doesn't say. Yeah.
1,800 pounds is a lot bigger than I thought, bro. That's fucking huge. I don't think that's very common. I think like 1,000-pound moose is probably like average,
Yeah, well, whatever. Do they ever get in fights? You think a moose and elk?
Oh, no.
No.
I don't know how much territory.
Are they together?
I don't know how much territory they
share. You imagine like we think of
black bears and brown bears share a bunch of
but they don't fight, do they? I think
I just saw a video of a mama bear fighting a black bear who was much smaller. They're a lot smaller than.
Oh yeah,
but they'll fucking fight anything.
For a mom
was fighting a brown
grizzly.
bear.
Yeah. Do you see that one I sent you? Where the guy, you don't listen. The one I sent where the guy was on the rock and the bear's attacking him.
Yes, I did watch that. Yeah.
Yo, he's fucking He's
a hiker.
You gotta go ham. You gotta go ham, bro.
Yep. You watch some of these videos, like I watch that. And,
dude, actually, I'm sorry.
Like, I just screaming like a girl. I would be screaming like a girl too, but when you're watching, it's easy to be like judgmental,
Yeah, no.
I'm sure I'd be screaming like a girl, bro.
But no, you have to scream. That's the whole idea. You want to make them think you're fucking big on shit, dude.
Screaming.
Two wrestlers got attacked by a bear. One wrestler saved the other one.
Get out of here.
Yeah, said he fucking pulled on a grizzly bear. And one dude's in a fucking sling. The one dude is fucking cut the fuck up really bad.
Just happened?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm not sure. Let me see who sent it to me. Oh yeah, what I see it was on Twitter, I think. Yeah, 2 wrestler teammates.
That's crazy.
Yeah, more detail. Northwest College, which I don't know where that is. Wrestlers Kendall Cummings and Brad Lowry are thoughts. Look, yeah. Wyoming.
Yeah, they got some. Wyoming's like a wild ass country.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
He said Kendall Cummings could feel the grizzly bear's jaws tearing through his flesh down to his skull, but the adrenaline coursing through his body made it a painless sensation. I could hear when his teeth would hit my skull. I could feel when he bit down on my bones, and they kind of
his friend came bombing in and fucking grabbed the bear?
I think he's the one that actually... Yeah, the bear first attacked Lowry, but Cummings, and Evanston native, jumped into action and pulled. I grabbed and yanked him hard by the ear, said Cummings, a sophomore. Damn, but he's the one that got the brunt of it, dude, at least in the face. If you look.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Here, dude, look. Look at that, bro.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty tough, dude.
Those are tough dudes, man. Usually you don't survive that.
I don't know if I'm jumping on a bear for you, bro.
No, I know you're not. I'm just...
If I can run faster than Roger, I'm safe. No.
Tell your kids you love them.
No, I think I'd clock him one. Dang, go on.
The truth of the matter is none of us know. Until you're in that city, we could talk till you're blue in the face. You have no fucking clue what you're going to do until it happens.
But, like the situation with the hiker that we saw where he's like, that's what you do. What do you mean?
I think I would do that because I'm by my...
There's nothing else you can do.
That's fight or flight. That's for your own life.
But yeah, but
if your buddy's dying, are you going to fucking jump in and try to save him?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Your fucking fight or flight means you're running, saving your life, or you're jumping in to help your buddy, not to save your own life, to save his life. Yeah. That's totally different, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
But I feel like animal encounters and attacks are just... I feel like you're seeing more. They're more on the up. And did you see? Not that it was an attack. It was totally natural. But I'd never seen it before. Bradley Beach, that fucking whale.
Fucking
smashed into
the
side of the boat.
We ain't got to worry about nothing here. You know what I mean?
Not
pretty
really.
good.
Yeah,
not really. What do you got to worry about?
I mean, in our area, no. But in northern Jersey, there's a lot of black bears.
Yeah, true.
I'm saying,
I'm fucking staying right here, baby.
Yeah. Not so
much. What do you got to worry about?
I told you the other day, not the other day, maybe a couple months ago, I saw the first coyote I've ever seen since I've lived.
You said a coyote in here in Jersey, but where?
Actually, that's the second one I saw, to be honest with you. But this one was big, bro. It was a big coyote.
Where?
Van Zyl Road in Brick.
Wow, in Brick?
Yep.
Where do you think a coyote's going in Brick?
Like, I mean, if I saw one, there's definitely more. And I know they're around, but you just don't see them often, you know? In Maine, every night, my dad sits out at the camp every night, has a campfire by himself in the middle of nowhere every night.
Where are there woods in Brick for that thing?
I'll call him and talk to him, and you can hear the coyotes in the background. How it's extremely
actually,
common.
no. I told you when I did ayahuasca, that was in like Manchester, Whiting area, and but that makes sense. That's all woods.
Right. Yep.
Like Tom's River. I see foxes all the time in Tom's River. Though.
I think they're pretty common. Yeah.
They're pretty slick. Fox.
Yep. That to me,
you know, fox have cat eyes, and they have retractable claws.
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
It's pretty wild because they're nocturnal hunters.
Yeah. Aren't most animals nocturnal hunters?
No.
No, really?
That I don't know, but I wouldn't say most.
No. Bears definitely are. The bears are out scavenging at night.
Do bears hunt?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Do they scavenge at night? It's always at night.
Mostly.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying they never do during the day, but they're usually dusk. It's usually edge of dark where they come out. Like you always set up if you're gonna bait a bear, you always go in at the
edge of dark. That makes sense.
Dusk,
I remember driving into the Poconos the one time. It was like probably like a 5 or 6, and the fucking bear was literally in the middle of the town. Yeah. Middle of the town.
Oh yeah. That was last year with your family, right?
Sick. Yeah. Last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, you sent me a video of it. I remember.
I'm like, right, close the fucking window.
Yeah, I don't worry too much up here, like tenting out or camping out. I mean, you don't have a lot.
Shit. You gotta worry about
Maine's
fucking crackhead.
I mean, I don't really worry in Maine either, but there's definitely a lot of shit. It's just anywhere you live where there's like a lot of acreage, a lot of land.
Yeah, you don't know what's out there.
There's more animals than there are humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just eerier and creepier up there because you're literally in the middle of fucking no. I remember being a kid and staying out at my camp by myself as a little kid, like, you know, maybe like 10, 12 years old, like not much older than my daughter is now. But I really kind of grew up out there. We were out there every weekend. I knew it very well. I knew there, but still being a little nervous at night. You know, it's fucking, there's a darkness that you've never seen, like in Maine at night. It's dark as you can't even, that's as dark as you can imagine dark.
I bet.
You know?
I'd love to go and see the stars, man. It's got to be amazing.
That's the most crystal clear thing.
Yeah. You could probably see so many more stars than you can down here.
It's unreal. I told you I brought Danielle up there maybe like 3 years ago, and that girl lives, and I already know what you're gonna say. It's really bad for you. She don't listen, and it is really bad. But she lives with nasal spray. Just lives on it. I don't know why. She says she's got like polyps or something. I don't know, fucking something that helps her breathe. Went to Maine, and she has it with her. If we leave the house and she doesn't have it in her purse, we have to go back and get it. Like she's addicted to it. But it's like cracked her. Took her to Maine.
Is epinephrine in there or no?
I don't know. It's bad for you. I know it's bad. She don't listen. It's bad for you. But took her to Maine. She didn't use it the entire time we were up there.
Why?
Said she could breathe perfect. Yep.
Come on.
I don't know, bro. I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know. Yeah. It's weird.
It's pretty good. You should move her there. You should take her there.
No.
I want you to breathe good, honey.
Shit.
Or maybe you should bring her to Newark. No.
She lives near Newark.
I'm joking. Yeah, our air isn't too great.
No.
Even down here.
No, it's not great, bro.
I don't know. They say that. I feel fucking fantastic.
I was going to ask you about that kid, the Mexican kid, Raul Roses Jr., the 17-year-old that they just signed.
Yeah.
You watch him at all?
I mean, just that fight.
Yeah.
And I watched. Actually, I rogered it.
Yeah. You did the highlights. That's what I did.
I watched
the
highlights. Yeah.
But I liked him. I liked the interview he did. Extremely confident. Extremely.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be pretty confident.
We'll see what he does with it. But, Sage Northcutt also. This kid's 17. Sage was 19 when they signed Sage. He had a lot of confidence, too. And a little different. He's such a nice guy. So,
he had a rough go.
And he had a rough go and got caught. And then he went to one and had even a rougher go, bro. Got his face shattered. Is he still fighting?
I don't know.
His face got
huge.
shattered,
He looks
bro.
huge.
Yeah,
I seen a picture of him. He looked nice. I seen a picture of him. He looks
genetic
even
monster, bro. Her sister fights, too.
But, I don't know, man. I've seen someone talk about, like, you get into UFC at 17, you're fighting, hopefully they bring him up the right way, but even that way, you bring him up the right way, you're fighting probably the best guys in the world, no matter what, even the lower level of the UFC guys. And, dude, 17, bro, but I got in when I was 26. So, imagine... He's gonna have 9 years more. Like, you know how tough that's gonna be on his body. I would think.
I mean, I would think that.
Or I mean, like I think I don't know if he'll be able to last to 40. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
No way.
Like, yeah.
I think the rise to the top has to be much quicker.
Honestly, I think it's better to be a little bit. I've seen someone say this. I don't know where I've seen this, but if you look at past fighters, I think it's better to be a little bit older.
Yeah,
a little bit older. Yeah.
For what reason?
Just so because you're not in your between 17 and 23, you're still growing. You're not even fucking in your prime at all.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you by 26, 27, 28, you're getting in your prime more. And you're probably your brain's more developed. Everything. Like, I think men's brains will develop till they're 25, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. If he wants to do something else with his life, after fighting. Maybe starting earlier is good because he could be retired by 25, bro, and his life is just starting at 25.
I mean, honestly,
but
boxing,
you got to have a quick climb to the top.
But boxing's more like that.
You don't want to wait till you don't want to fight for 20 years getting the shit beat out of you to get a championship title. You want to get that title.
Yeah, rather quickly. I mean, that's what boxing's more like. You do see some guys fight, Bernard Hopkins and stuff like that fight till they're late. But mostly they start at 18. As soon as they fight, they try to fight, in the Olympics, whatever, and then they turn pro, and they're done by dude, I fucking Boom Boom Ray Boom Boom Mancini. He's like one of my favorite guys to watch.
Is he a Jersey guy?
No, Youngstown, Ohio. Cool story. I read his book, all that stuff. Anyway, I think he stopped fighting at 28, something like that. 27, before he was 30. And it's just crazy.
But did he make enough money in that time to live his rest of his life?
I guess I don't know. I don't know. He made probably good money at the time. He wasn't like a fucking.
I think that's why this kid has got to make a big name for himself. Because listen, guys that aren't even ranked, like Sugar Show, he's a good example of it, right? He's not even ranked.
He is now.
Now he is. He wasn't for a long time when he had a lot of hype behind him. By the way, he's got this is going to be his biggest test to date.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always say Peter, but
Petrian.
And, his personality got him paid. You know what I mean? Like he gets paid because he's. I mean,
I don't.
He gets a lot of big sponsors too because of his personality.
Yeah,
I see he was wearing the chain, the new fucking beer or seltzer, Happy Dad.
Oh yeah,
they sponsor him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a good. He's very business savvy.
Yep. Got to give it to guys like that because Conor McGregor is the perfect example of it. Got him, fast tracked on everything because his personality, and he backed it up too. He could definitely fight, but his personality got him fights quicker. Yeah. What do you get? Dana White privilege?
No.
You don't think?
No, dude. It's. I mean, he fucking talked the craziest shit. Was entertaining, got the most eyes on him, and sealed the fucking deal. Now Sean O'Malley, can he seal the deal?
Right.
He's doing everything else right. He's doing all the right stuff. Yep. I do think he's a good fighter, but he's fighting a very good fighter too.
I don't think this fight
and listen,
that flashy style is going to work. He can't do that shit this fight because the guy who's fighting before.
But say he goes in there and fights Peter Yan tough as hell. Peter Yan still wins. I don't think that's really that big of a knock because Peter Yan's that good, right?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it takes anything away from him.
But if he goes out there and gets trampled, then you're gonna be like, okay, he's not the Conor McGregor.
Right. But I mean, he did get beat by Cheeto, and he doesn't really give Cheeto any accolades for that win.
Yeah, he says he's undefeated. Yeah. I mean, it's part of his persona. But yeah, Cheeto won, bro. Cheeto stopped him with leg kick, bro.
Cheeto's that good, bro. He's good, bro. Just took out Dominic Cruz just took him out too.
No, but O'Malley fought Pedro Munoz, and that eye poke happened. But up until that point, it was very uneventful. Granted, but up to that point, Munoz probably won the first round. So you can't say we still don't know where he's at.
Right.
I do still think he's very good. I think wrestling is going to be the difference, though. Can he stop Peter Yan from taking him down?
Right.
I
think it just has to be. I think fighters know that flashy style gets them recognized, gets them fights because the UFC loves that. It gets it's like the fucking gets the fans in it. He can't do that this fight. He can't be flashy.
No, he's got to fight his style. Dude. Whatever his style is, that's how he has to fight. If that's part of it, I don't think he's flashy. I wouldn't say he's.
You don't think so? The spinning shit.
Yeah, dude. If he
leaves
lands
you open.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Sometimes you have to respect that spinning shit.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's hard to attack a guy when they spin, right?
Is it? I mean, you're at some point you're backwards and off balance. Throwing that shit.
But off balance, but you're definitely backward. Your back is to them.
Yeah.
But either you gotta fucking you can shoot on them, or you could block, or you could dip. But it's hard to attack them when they're spinning you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
A takedown is probably what you could do.
Right.
I mean, maybe you could, if you're fucking like a ninja and you could time a fucking kick when they're spinning. Yeah, that'd be great. Right. Very hard to do. You don't see that happen. You know what I mean?
But I mean, obviously, he's got to use his range on this fight. If he can't fight inside, he's gonna. And
which is what I'm wondering, but too is Yan is a historically slow starter. Mm-hmm. He loses the first round, then he starts computing and building and finding ways to break it down. But it's a 3-round fight. Mm-hmm. You can't get. I don't think you can give up that first round.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But I feel like O'Malley's a slow starter too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they both do a lot of sizing up and timing, figuring out timing. That is true. Yep. We'll see. Going to be an interesting fight. How do you see the Aljamain fight going with
Dillashaw,
TJ?
I don't know. I seen.
I think they're pretty evenly matched.
I seen Mighty Mouse talk about it, and he picked. Aljamain, he says he just thinks Aljamain looks healthier, he looks happier, he thinks Dillashaw's been through some wars, and two, it does seem like Aljamain's under Dillashaw's skin a little bit, call him out for the steroids and all that, and I'm gonna go with Aljamain, man. And I kind of want him to win. I am friendly, and not that ever I had beef with Dillashaw or anything ever. Every time I've dealt with him, has always been cool. But to me, the fact that he got caught cheating does matter a little bit, So I'm pulling for Aljamain. I could see him maybe getting it done if he gets to if he's able to take Dillashaw down and do well in the grappling and scrambling department. I think he can win. Yep. But if it ends up where he can't get takedowns and he's standing up, it's going to be tough. Yep. Dillashaw is very crafty.
Yeah, for sure. I see it going the same way, but that's how you want it to go. If you were betting money, how do you see it going? Who would you put money on to win that fight? I'm exactly with you on everything you said on that.
Yeah, I think I think Aljamain looks big too, man. I think I'm gonna go with Aljamain.
I'm same. I would bet probably. Although it's extremely
it's tough.
evenly. I don't know what the odds are on that.
I think Aljamain is the favorite.
Is he?
I think he's the favorite by nothing. But yeah, he's a favorite. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that call for sure. But I always pick wrong, so.
Yeah,
I can't pick wrong on that one because you picked.
Oh, bro,
first.
it just came out. We got a memo. We're not allowed to bet on UFC fights anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You got an email?
Yeah, we're not allowed.
Get out of here.
I never bet anyway, so it kind of didn't matter.
How would they know?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's kind of like a.
Would you get penalized in some way if they found out?
I don't know what they would do.
Doesn't say in the
They
email?
say you or your team.
Really?
You can't bet on fights no more, bro. Insider
I
information.
never did.
No,
I never bet ever.
I won't tell
I
him.
just did a gentleman's bet. I beat Tim Selby a couple times thanks to you. You beat his boy Spencer Fisher. I think I won a couple $100 from Tim Selby on that, but I've never actually got into sports betting. I work too hard for my money, man, to give it away. If I was rich, I'd sport.
Yeah, no, I'm not into betting, bro.
Just not into it. And I feel like it's bad luck to bet on you. I feel like it's fucking, that's just bad luck.
I don't believe in bad luck, but
Nah, I don't want to jinx it.
So big fights this weekend, man. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Yep.
It's a day fight. It's a day fight too.
Oh, it's in Abu Dhabi. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's right.
So I gotta do. So I'm doing Todd's. It's an event with Todd.
Where?
Hey, right at North, right over Taco Center or
Nice.
whatever it's called now. What is it called now?
Yeah, it's not Taco Center.
Poland Springs Arena.
I think so. He went to jail, right?
He's back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, what's the event for?
I believe
Field of Dreams. Right?
Field of Dreams. Embrace the Kids, maybe. Embrace children. I forget. I think the hospital, maybe. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
Todd's always giving back. He's been on ESPN commentating.
Yeah, he's been crushing it too.
Yeah,
He's doing
bro.
really well.
He has.
He's got the gift.
He does, bro. I'm happy for him, man.
He has the baseball voice.
He
like
does. And the knowledge. And the personality.
Coming up on second base.
Yeah,
right.
He does.
Definitely.
He's got it all, bro. He's. I'm happy for that dude. He deserves all the success.
Yeah, he's
in the world.
funny. Yeah, he's great.
He is, man.
Great,
He's a fucking jokester.
He is.
I mean, I think he's people the 18 people that watch our show know that, but most people that see him just play baseball wouldn't know that, you know. But
No, I
he's
think
funny as hell,
I think
bro.
the people that play baseball know that.
Well, with him, not that watch him, not the
I don't
fans.
know,
at
but
home.
you hear even like the storylines, like he's the dugout guy. He's like, he rallies up behind everybody.
Yeah.
He's like such a great teammate. Good nucleus for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his style.
For sure, man. Yeah, remember he said, I think I'm maybe going to be doing some commentating. Here he is doing it.
Playoffs.
Good for him, man.
And the Yankees, they advanced.
Yeah. Aaron Judge wasn't doing great in the playoffs, but today he crushed one. I was at the gym. Sorry, he crushed one out of the park.
So did he beat Roger Maris ever? He did by 162.
Yeah.
What did he hit? Did he hit 60 once before?
Did he just strike out 4 times
59
in one
or
game?
something? Yeah.
He just struck out 4 times in a game,
He
right?
sucks, bro. He sucks 4 times.
In the playoffs,
He
wasn't-
sucks.
Shut up. He wasn't doing well in the playoffs. I know. I don't even follow baseball, but
Isn't baseball crazy though?
I watched him crush one at the gym out of the park today.
But I was talking about this. Like, what's the most impressive thing to do? Like kicking a ball into a goal. I don't know. But hitting a ball with a bat is pretty tough to do. I think. I'm not saying they're the best athletes or anything, but having to do that, because think of it, if you have if you do it 3 out of 10 times, you're fucking pretty damn good. I only gotta do it 3 out of 10. You know what I mean? That must be hard.
Here, I'm gonna set myself up. So crush this one out of the park. Go ahead, ready? I've never been into sports with balls.
That's
Go ahead. No, I never have, bro. I've never been in, and most sports are with balls. Think about it. I mean, golf, soccer, football, basketball, fucking baseball, like most fucking ping pong, fucking
fighting,
badminton. No.
You gotta have big balls, baby.
Yeah, true. Good point. But I've always been like an extreme sports fan for as long. Travis Pastrana is my favorite athlete of all times. Do not say he's not an athlete, because he absolutely is. But by far, it's probably over Frankie Edgar. You're my.
Wow, you definitely blew this guy, huh?
No, I just he is legit, in my opinion, the greatest athlete of all time, just because of the shit he does, and like the firsts he pulls off on dirt bikes and stuff. But always been an extreme sports athlete fan, freestyle, motocross, stuff like that, and a UFC fan from day one, bro. Never got into shit with. Here we go. Get ready. Never been into shit with balls. Go ahead.
Just been into shit.
Yes. Just been into putting my balls into shit. Was that what you were gonna say? Yeah.
You just been into shit.
Fucking
yeah.
shit.
I mean, I played everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an athlete. I played everything. I did go like my old man was into baseball, and then they watched football, so I would watch, but I never like gave a shit. I always had a favorite team just because it was their favorite teams, pretty much growing up.
Yeah.
Tino's really into football.
Really? Like Major League? Like watching, yeah.
Major League? It's
Sorry,
NFL. It's
NFL,
It's
yeah.
NFL. The Major League Football, I think that's Canadian. No. But
you knew what I meant, fuckface.
yeah, no, but he's in like I don't know, like I'm like, damn, I'm not. Yo, let's go. I'm like, dude, I never was into it like that. You know, I guess only probably was into it because like if you were into a different team and I was into that team, I just wanted to compete with you. Like I wanted to be the competitor, more than watching people compete. Like if I wanted my team to win and to beat your team just because I wanted to compete with you, not because of the fucking team.
You know how many times you fuck up during fucking podcast and I just let you go and don't correct you? You never let me slide. You know,
dude, please get me next time.
Okay,
please get
I could have got you last podcast. You said we were talking about Robert Whitaker, and you said Forrest Whitaker. I think.
Yeah, I did say Forrest Whitaker.
You definitely did, and I just let it slide.
Yeah, it was on the thing too, I think, right? But no, you didn't hear it.
I totally heard it. I 100% heard it.
You went like this. You should have closed one eye. You should have closed one eye on me.
I was just like, it's not a big deal. I know what he means. I get it. You let nothing slide, bro. Nothing. But that's okay. I still love you.
Forrest Whitaker's probably tough too, bro.
You think? He's been in a million movies, bro. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I can't remember any movie he's been in, but he's in a lot.
Played the king in that one. He was like had like a lead. Usually he's like a supporting role, but he was. I think he got like a Academy Award or something for that, right?
Oh no, what's the one movie?
Best Times at Ridgemont, right?
Yeah. He's been.
And where's the one where he's a cop? Oh man. Oh no, yo, fucking Bloodsport, man. My man's in Bloodsport, bro.
Shit, he was in Bloodsport.
Yeah.
The cop one I actually just recently watched. That was the one. Fuck! It's actually like loosely based on that inbred Indian population in North Jersey, the Ramapo Indian. They got a name.
Inbred?
They're like albinos. It's
Inbred?
loosely based on that, but yeah, it references them a lot in the movie. Has that other big name actor in it? He was Batman. Fuck, what the fuck?
Michael Keaton?
No.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Christian Bale's in it, but he plays a cop in that one, and he starts banging Christian Bale goes to jail, and he gets out, and his girl is now with Forrest Whitaker.
Fishburne?
Yeah. Not Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne? This would be you. Fucking Lawrence Fishburne's in that movie now, huh? He's in the movie?
He's in Matrix.
Yeah, he was.
He's in Boys in the Hood too.
Was he in Boys in the Hood?
He's the dad in Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, holy shit. Yeah. That's right.
You want to see a dead body?
Oh shit, we got your big premiere coming up soon, the 20.
Mine, you're in it too, buddy.
What a fucking little tiny scene,
dude,
bro.
he's gonna steal the show, bro.
You were doing like
but that scene
voiceovers and shit. Yours is gonna be good. Thank you, pal.
Man,
Thank
I don't
you.
think
Thank
so.
you. Mine total, if you took total film time, like actually on film, maybe 20 minutes. Yours is like 4 days in the Poconos.
Yeah, but I don't know what they might say. Give this guy the least screen time we can get.
No, sure. That's on the 26th, right? And that's just
next
Thursday. That's like a private screening, right?
Yeah, it's just the cast and crew.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring Tino and boys, I think.
Oh yeah? I have the kids that night, but I drop them off at 8. I'm gonna drop them off a little bit early, and then I'm gonna head right there. So I'll be there. He said it's starting around 8:30, so it should be right.
Yeah. I'll go there and drink water and eat some steam.
That's coming right. Shit, that's like a week away, bro.
That is
coming
next
Wednesday. Right up. Yeah.
Dude, I had to do. Okay, so I was supposed to get my I'm getting my medicals currently over the next few weeks, and I had to get a neurology because when you're in your 40s, you have to get a neurology one every time.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
that's the magic.
It's part of it.
Turn 40. Really?
I forget what it is, but I've been in the age where you need to do it every time, and I made an appointment, and I got an email saying, "Oh, the doctor has COVID. We don't know if and when he'll be back." Like, would you expect this motherfucker to die? You know what I mean, right? So then the UFC helps me book these, and they said, listen, we could get you a telehealth one, and you do it over FaceTime. I'm like, all right, cool. So it's a little weird. He's like, hey, I'm like, hey, doc, how you doing? He's like, yeah. He's like, and have you ever been to a neurologist? Have you ever do anything for that?
Was that like
I'm
a
surprised.
cognitive test? Or something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm surprised. And for your driving, you don't have to do this.
Never know.
So whatever. He's like, what's your date of birth, your name, all this stuff. Then he starts going, okay. But then he's like, all right, put the camera up to your left eye, then put it up to your right eye.
Really?
Like,
So
I
we
was
can
like
see
putting
your
it to my
pupils?
face. Yeah. Then he's like, okay, now hold the phone and move your eyes. I was like, I can do that. And then he's like, all right, now keep your eyes still and move the phone. So I said, I'm doing all this stuff, right? Then he's like, all right, do a push up, do a squat.
So you got to prop the phone
Yeah, I
up?
propped the phone up. I did a push up, I did a squat, I did one leg, other leg. Then he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 words. I'm gonna give you 3 words. You have to remember these 3 words in a minute. And I still remember, like, candy, apple, a cow, apple, fucking pumpkin.
Oh,
whatever.
brain damage. This fucking brain. Yeah, you got.
This was 2 years.
You just said I still remember right now, and you totally bombed it.
Cow, apple, bus.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cow, apple, bus. This was 2 weeks ago.
Cow, apple, bus.
Cow, apple, bus. So anyway, then he's like, okay, what's 7 and another 7? I'm like, 14. He's like, and another 7. I'm like, 21. He goes, one more 7? 28. He's like, all right. He's like, what season is it? And what, I'm like, fall. Fall, it's fucking October, whatever, blah, 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 the year, this and that. And then he's like, all right, what are the numbers? I'm like, cow or bus. He's like, all right, you're good to go, bud.
That's it.
That was it.
Wow, bro.
But honestly, when I go to neurology appointment, like in office, it's the fucking same exact thing.
So why,
dude?
why
Actually,
did you know it was an option to elect to do?
No,
yeah,
I would
just
love
do that every time.
Yeah, hell
right?
yeah, hell yeah. They're actually, I'm gonna shout them out. They're called the Fight Docs. This is what they do. Like
Okay.
this is they're a company, and I think this is like they could do telehealth, thing. So
Right.
the Fight Docs are pretty
You
cool.
literally, though, I mean, yes, I'm sure, but you could be sitting in a pile of your own feces, like you're so fucked up. And they can't tell.
Yes,
you know what I
they
mean?
can.
You could
Bro,
shit yourself, and they
couldn't
don't know.
remember and that no math and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that hard of math, bro.
I mean, I listen.
You could.
Okay? Let's can we do one with you? Can we do one with you?
You gonna do the 7s? Okay, go.
No, I'm not gonna do 7.
All right, go. What?
What
You gonna give me
is
square roots and shit?
no? What's 9
Okay.
times 9?
9 times 9. What's that? 80? I don't fucking. You got me, bro.
What?
9 times 9. 89.
81.
81.
All right, what's 9 plus 9?
18.
And another 9.
27.
And another 9.
36. Another 9. Wait, what'd you say? What did I say? 20.
Yeah, you're good.
I hate math, bro. I knew it.
All right, so yeah, okay. So car,
Okay.
giraffe,
Okay.
TV,
Okay.
couch.
That's 4, but okay.
Okay. No, well, dude, sometimes they
Okay.
give you this fucking.
Okay. Okay.
So what's today?
The 18th. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
What time of year is it?
Fall.
Is it morning or night?
Or night.
Give me the words.
Car, giraffe, couch, TV.
That was good. But wasn't in order.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
Wasn't in order, but I'll take it. Not bad. You can fight, bro. You can fight.
Definitely math is not my strong suit. I could have told you that before we started.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was giving you multiplication, bro. I was going to go, then times 9 again. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know that. But yeah.
But I never claimed to be smart either, so it's not like, it's not like I'm fucking claiming I'm a genius.
Then I had to go and get a physical and EKG, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they make the appointments, bro. They made the appointment in fucking Lawrenceville,
Okay.
right?
Where? Lawrenceville's west?
Lawrenceville's like in Trenton, by Trenton, right?
west, yeah.
I'm like, dude, so that morning I drove to Robbinsville, train, drove to Freehold, train, drove back to back towards the west to Lawrenceville. I get there, it's a fucking urgent care. I'm like, dude, I could have done this in Toms River, bro.
That's crazy.
Man.
You didn't know? They just gave you an address?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
fine.
Honestly, I should have. I could have said something. I'm sure they would have found something for me. But I'm like, let me just do this, whatever.
Right.
I go there and they're like, oh, you don't have an appointment. They just book it. I'm like, and then 2 minutes, like 30 minutes later, the lady's like, no, your appointment's right here. I'm like, yo.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I got a drug test tomorrow, a random.
Well, if you know about it.
No, they let me know at the end of the day just because we're really busy now. They don't normally do that. You normally, but tomorrow they don't want me to go, 100 miles north, not 100 miles, 50 miles to North Jersey, and then in the morning, and then not be able to get back. So that's basically why they told me. But not an issue. I mean, fucking, I've been taking them for 24 years, so more than that actually, because I worked for my dad before that, probably 30 years.
Yeah, but can they come show up at your house?
No, but I wouldn't care if they did.
I'm joking. I'm saying because they did it with me.
Yeah. Listen, I want to smoke weed in the worst way because I think it would help me so much with just fucking, especially when I was in all that pain.
Dude, I seen something. I
seen
something. They're trying to say that, which I don't agree with it, man. Honestly, which I mean, it's true. It's proven. Studies. The guy Huberman saying how it's bad for you.
What is
marijuana, any smoke really, but weed can actually make your anxiety worse.
What?
Yeah,
I've never heard that. Really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Never heard that.
I just don't think it's true, dude.
I'll say this: the first time, and I never smoked much weed, but like,
the first time you do it, you bug out. Yeah,
bro,
you bug
I was
out.
paranoid as fuck.
Yeah,
but it was because back then your parents told you were a fucking druggie if you did, weed.
No, but I told you, when I when I'm not smoking regularly and I'll get still kind of like pretty high, dude, I feel awkward as hell talking to people. Yeah. I'm always like, I definitely feel bugged out a little bit. I don't know if that's anxiety, but like once I get used to burning, it's just normal. It calms me down.
I haven't smoked a lot, obviously, but I feel like you should do it more with people who are also experienced. Don't do it with a fucking weed hound champion that just fucking could smoke 4 joints back to back. And that's what I did the first time I ever did it.
Whoa.
I did it with my buddy Willard, and he'd been smoking for years.
Yeah,
I did it in his car with him. We were driving to a concert and pulled over and got fucking, just blasted a joint. And he's like, "No, you're good, bro. Hit it again. And then I got so fucking paranoid. It like ruined my experience.
I think that's the thing. Like when people do it, and I've done it to people, so with that volcano, like dude, how many people I put out with that thing, because the thing's like another level.
Tobias still talks about it.
Yeah, no, that's the dabs, but I'm talking about that volcano.
Oh, the dabs. You're right. It was the dabs.
That thing, and I put a lot of people away with that.
Really?
A lot of notables that I can't talk.
No shit.
A lot of notables been put down with that.
Really?
Right? Yeah. And
what do you mean put down? Just can't get off the couch after?
Yeah, like dude, they have to go, I gotta go home.
I've seen it a couple times. Yeah.
And you shouldn't do that for your first time.
Right.
You should just do very little.
Right.
That's what you should do.
Probably with. I guess it doesn't matter if you're doing a little. It doesn't matter who you're with, but. It helps if you're with somebody that's not, like I said, a fucking total weed hound, because to them, the amount you're doing is a little, but it's not to me. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. One day, Raj, when you're retired,
I'll definitely do it. Listen, every guy I work with, they say the same thing. Can't wait till I'm fucking retired.
I mean, you've been going for a long time. When can you retire?
No, it's a long story, but there was only a pension 1 year when I first started with my company. Like the very first year I started, they had a pension, and then they voted to get away with the pension because the pension was actually taking a loss. Like we were paying administrative fees, and like our union was essentially investing it for us, and it was losing money. You get your monthly statement, it was losing money. So we opted to take it and pay and invest it ourselves. So now you kind of make your own retirement plan. You know what I mean?
No, that doesn't. But when can you retire? I'm saying
when I can afford to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm responsible for my own retirement.
I know, but I mean, like,
there is no pension
Okay,
anymore.
so then when can you retire? When do you think you could?
I'll be working till I'm dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I got some investments and things like that, but I mean, I will be working.
I think I don't want to not work.
Yeah.
And I don't mean work as in like
If I'll put it like this: we talked about money.
But I'm saying,
if I won the Mega Millions, obviously I'd quit my job. But I don't think I'd just sit home every day.
No,
I'd do something.
Yeah.
I'd find a hiking hobby or to keep me active and moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
or
I need
or something.
Here we go. I need something to get me out of bed every day. You know what I mean? Now I don't hate my job in any way, shape, or form. I never bitch about going. You never hear me talk about my job or bitch about it. Never. I never complain about work. It's just, it's part of, and I don't mind my job. I for the most part like going to work. I like the people I work with. But if I was independently wealthy, I wouldn't do it anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
You know
What's the oldest person that we work with?
Oh, they're all, like Social Security age. They all retire around 60, 65, you know what I mean? In that age Prep. And then they live off what they've invested. You know, some of them have 401ks that the company, contributes to, and some of them took their pension, which, guys that have been there a long time had a substantial amount, and then they rolled it over into their own investment. And most of us took that extra money we got in pay and just kept investing it into our own, retirement plan. That's what I did with Chris, and I only stopped doing it recently because fucking the economy took a shit. You know what I mean? So it's still in there, and I try not to touch it, but I just kind of
long term. You gotta go long term with that anyway.
Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, it's good go, pal.
Man, that was fun. The economy's tanking. Thanks.
So normally what happens is leading up to a fight, you usually leave 10 days, something like that.
No.
Fly out and you're gone. But this is New York, so we're doing this baby right up to
pretty
your
much.
fight.
Just a week of my fight. I leave that Tuesday, so I probably missed that one.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it Monday.
Yeah, we can.
Which,
whatever.
I don't know, it might be tough, but yeah.
We could do a quick one just about the fight and prep and being ready and game plan, whatever. You always have the same answer. You're gonna have the same answer if I ask you right now, as you are. Foot on the gas, fucking take it to him, and let's fucking go, and fucking adapt, overcome whatever he brings. I'm just gonna, it's always your answer, bro. You don't ever have, and I guess that's a good way to do it. I'm not picking on you at all, making funny, because
I got a game plan.
I remember Tim Sylvia used to
text everyone else.
Oh, right, true. Tim used to text me because Tim was like the first UFC fighter I know.
Yeah.
He used to be like, "Yeah, think a head kick on this one. Think a head kick." So I'd watch the whole fight waiting for the head kick, and never would happen. You know what I mean?
He would say he'd do a head kick.
Yeah, because you just wait. You wait for your opportunities, bro. Whatever it brings,
Yeah. No, I just know that I'm gonna fucking do it like I always do, and fucking when you watch me fight, I want to win. And that's all that matters.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait for it. Jersey's behind you, bro.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be fun.
Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
Madison Square Garden, last fight. Like you gotta, like when it's over, you gotta literally just look around and just
take it in.
Drink it in.
Yeah. No, I know, man. I'm trying to now, man. I am. I really am. I'll be like, fuck. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I have 4 more Wednesdays of my fucking competitive career left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess you phrase it. I mean, you're always going to be competitive, but career, I guess, is the key word there.
Yeah, where I have something on the line.
You are the least emotional human being I've ever met in my life. Are you going to have a moment of being emotional in there, you think? Or no?
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Probably not.
All right.
I mean, maybe in retrospect, like later on, with my family. I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah, you know, I agree.
Yeah.
Just saying. What is there anything get you emotional? Seeing your kid with a big victory and whatever they do, does that get you emotional?
It makes me proud. Yeah, I don't know yet. I mean, I haven't seen nothing's been important yet.
Right.
And every time my kids do something cool, it's amazing right now. Every time, like Frankie fucking go out there and doesn't go play on a football field. Dude, that'd be more pride. Am I gonna cry? No, probably not.
No.
But I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Did you cry when your kids were born?
I
don't know that I ever.
I don't think I cried. I was fucking over. It was such a fucking crazy thing.
I'm a pretty emotional guy, and I'm never like curl up in a ball like I never do that. But I get teared up, bro, quite a bit.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah,
with my kids, not so much with me or my experiences or my relationships.
Dude,
that doesn't really do it, but my kids do it.
When I'm on planes and I'm away from my family and I'm watching like Interstellar.
Yes,
bro, I'll get emotional.
Yes.
Dude, they say that's because when you're on plane, when your altitude does that to you.
Is that right?
Yes, and I'm fucking usually 2 gummies fucking deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But dude, I'll get emotional in that shit,
bro.
I'm thinking of my kids. I definitely will.
Some movies will do it to you too, and go ahead, make fun of me. But I remember, and this is when I was married, and we watched it as a family together, and it was before all the wheels fell off, and it was like a good night. You know what I mean? And we watched what is that movie? The Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah,
we watched The Greatest Showman, and
good.
I was in the car with my kids by myself. Obviously my relationship's been over for a long time, but the fucking soundtrack to that came on, and it just brought me back to that night where my kids were little, they were babies, we watched together, we watched the whole, and I thought it was a great movie, first of all, but the soundtrack it just, and I'm in the car driving my kids, and got me a little bit. I got a little more. I turned it up. Milani started singing it in the back seat while it was on. She's like on her iPad, and then she just starts singing along.
That's cool.
And it just got me a little chill. Got me in the feels, man. Got me in the feels.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. No, I'm not that evil, bro. Come on.
You're pretty evil. No, you're just a man's man, bro. I don't think you're comfortable. If I could, you listen. You assess me all the time. I don't think you're comfortable showing your, I don't know, your emotion. I guess
maybe.
I just don't think you're comfortable with that.
I mean, I just feel like. I feel like I don't need to. Just who the hell do I have to show that? I don't got to show it to nobody.
I totally agree.
You know
but do you? That's why I said, are there? That's our podcast.
Are there moments?
Are there moments when you're with your family?
I'm sure. Yeah. You know. I mean, when I lose, that's pretty fucking. I get pretty emotional. Yeah. But I still even eat that up as much as I can. Yeah. You know.
I remember. I guess it was I think it was Sandhagen doing the podcast after that, and I could read you a little bit. I feel like I know you pretty well. I could just read your body. Like, you didn't really want to do that podcast because you knew you had to talk about it. Yeah, you really didn't want to do it. You know?
But you got to confront it. If you don't confront it, and who the fuck am I? It ain't that special. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it happens to a lot of people, I guess, in this game that I'm at.
For sure, bro. At the highest level, I mean, there's very, very, very few people that are undefeated.
Yeah,
even the greatest. I mean, George St. Pierre, arguably the greatest fighter. He took loss. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anderson Silva took a bunch, and he was. I mean, there was nobody that had a run like that. What did he have? 15 wins in a row or something like that.
Wild, something ridiculous.
Bro, he looked unbeatable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So I mean. And then the flip side of that, there are guys that didn't look great early in their career that are fucking just steamrolling dudes now. They look great now. Cheeto being one. You know,
I don't think you could say he didn't look great in the beginning of his career. He's just young.
Okay, a guy you fought. I almost said Edson Barboza. No, Edson. The Brazilian,
the champion, Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Yeah, but it's not like he was young too.
Right, right.
These guys it's not like they weren't good.
No, I was just saying the flip side of being on a tear early in your career and never losing, right?
Right.
And then losing towards the end of your career, like Anderson Silva, for example, lost a bunch of times towards the end. Mm-hmm. The flip side of that is a Charles Oliveira that he had a great career, but there was a point where he took some loss. You ground and pounded that dude out. He took some losses early in his career, and look at him now. Yeah, that guy looks unbeatable now. Yeah,
I don't know though. Once this weekend's going to be a tough tall order.
Definitely a tough fight for him this weekend. Who you got on that?
I got to go with Islam. Yeah, I say Islam. I think he's not going to be, because the thing with Oliveira is everyone's scared to go to the ground with him. I don't think Islam will be scared to go to the ground with him.
But that's the most intriguing part of that fight, right?
Well, brand new pants, dude. I got a hole in them.
No shit. The most intriguing part of that fight for me is, because it's inevitable to be going to the ground. Mm-hmm. The most intriguing part of that fight to me is
when it hits the ground.
When it hits the ground.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, listen.
Does Oliveira get crack?
Oliveira can crack. I mean, Islam can crack too. Those guys they got good stand up.
Those guys are all born and bred wrestlers, though.
But he stands up. He definitely stands up. Got to, Mm-hmm. But I think maybe Oliveira is a little more versatile standing up. But
arguably on the ground, bro. I mean, he's got the best guillotine in the game.
As far as threats and submissions, but I don't know about position. Like positionally, Islam's a beast, dude.
If he gets on top of him, Oliveira's in trouble. But you better believe Oliveira's going to throw stuff from the bottom. He's going to try to get him.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's
very during the day, bro. During the day, you gotta maybe I don't know what are you doing this weekend.
Got the kids, but yeah.
I'm gonna train early not early, but train during the thing, and then I'll be here if you want to come by.
Yeah, maybe we'll come by because it's early. Yeah. It's too late to bring them by. If Grayson has a soccer game Sunday morning early, I can't keep him up till 1 a.m. But because it's during the day, maybe we'll pop over.
Yeah,
he's got a soccer game, but it's actually the first time I've had a local. It's in Berkeley on Sunday, so I think Jesse's gonna come check it out. And they don't. He's not on a great team, but I'm just proud of the kid because he's playing a lot more like It's a young team. It's 6 to 8. We've played a couple teams that are like 8th graders, like on the verge of 9 and they're big kids.
Yeah.
We're a young team. We're 6 and 7-year-olds. But they're just playing so much better. You know what I mean? Like I want to yell like, come on, fucking, you know better than that, but you can't. No, I want them to like the sport. Yeah. I don't want to fucking, like discourage it. Yeah. So we're not on a tear though. I think we've only won one game this season. So
that's all right.
We tied one. We tied the first game we played, but we've got our asses. This past weekend I had 3 soccer games. 2 on Saturday, not back to back. It was one and then an hour between. It was another game in between, and then we played again. We got beat both of those. And then Sunday we had a game. It was competitive. Sunday's game was competitive, pretty close, but we lost all 3. So,
well, I mean, who knows? You don't know if he'll even be playing that forever, right?
Right.
Is he into it though? He likes it.
Definitely into it, man. Loves it.
Oh, that's cool.
My son loves being around other kids.
Mm-hmm.
Just loves. In any way, if it's him and another kid or even a girl at a playground, he's in his glory. He'll make friends with him. My daughter's shy. She takes me and usually say, "Daddy, can you bring me over?" And and I'll be like, "Sure, honey." I'll take her hand. I'll start walking. She's like, "No, never mind." You know what I mean? I'm like, "No, let's go." And Grayson's already in the mix.
Yeah.
So, but once she warms up, she's good. But Grayson's fearless. He jumps in the mix with anybody and breaks my heart sometimes, man, because kids. He's a little too ready to play, and other kids like looking at him like, who are you? And and he'll come up to me like, Daddy, they don't want to play with me. I'm like, no, they're just, they just don't know you. They're kind of shy, Yeah. So, all right, brother, good go, man.
Yeah, always a good go, my man.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you follow us here over on Rumble,
on all the
TikTok,
social media platforms.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Do it.
Guys, Rumble, though. We're really trying to get our numbers up on Rumble. Pretty recently got onto Rumble. We've only been on there a few weeks now. Trying to get our numbers up on there, trying to get our subscribers up. If you could give us a follow on Rumble.
So, who are we talking to? You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking to people to go on Rumble, we're getting them from where? From, like, Spotify and other people say go to Rumble? Okay. I got it.
The other thing we could do is cut a little short promo out of this and put it on our Instagram so that we get our following to do a little short. Our producer, he's pretty good.
He is.
Do a little short there, Andrew.
Makes something happen.
Give us a follow on Rumble. It's kind of the new hot platform out there, and we would appreciate it.
Kanye West is buying Parler.
I heard that too.
Yep.
Let's go.
Peace.